Today's Namaste Yoga is another Lakshmi class. Hello and welcome to episode 169 of Namaste Yoga. Episode 169 is Lakshmi and the abundance of nourishment. And I have a testimonial for you this week that comes from my blog at melissawest.com. And so this testimonial says, "Thank you, Melissa. I found you on YouTube about 2 weeks ago and have enjoyed your videos. I was very impressed with myself as I did this yoga sequence," and she's talking about last week's yoga class. "It made me feel so strong and that I could do anything. As you told the story, it really resonated with me about how we need to make elephant footprints in our lives. I am a preschool teacher and thought about how I want to make such an impact in their lives, and in turn, they go out into the world, making their own elephant prints. As well as teaching this to my own 2 children, I even showed my students the meditation the day I watched this class, and they said they could feel their hearts fill with love. How cute is that coming from 3 to 5-year-olds? Again, thank you for your lessons, and my abs have been thanking you too." And that was from Jen. So thank you so much for leaving your comments on YouTube and your 5-star ratings on iTunes. And there are instructions for how to do that at thankyoumelissa.com. And also we have a brand new way for you to leave your feedback on my website. If you just go to my homepage at melissawest.com, there is a little tab on the right-hand side of the page where you can leave your voicemail with me, your voicemail testimonials, and you're going to get to hear one now as I head inside to do the rest of the class.
Hi, Melissa. It's Ivy Toulon. I just wanted to tell you I thought 168 was just beautiful. I did struggle with it some, but certainly the emotion that was unleashed in it was amazing, and the heart opening was really a surprise. And the way you did the Wild Thing pose was so different from anything I've seen before, and your whole heart was in it, and it really touched me. So I wanted to thank you for it. I'm sore, but I was really happy I experienced it. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Okay, so thank you, Ivy, for that awesome voicemail testimonial, and thank you to all of you who are leaving your testimonials there. It's such a great thing to hear your voices. Thank you to Squeeze Yoga Clothing for our clothes. I'm wearing one of my favorite designs, and the Flying Heart design and the bamboo long sleeve top today. I just love this. And thank you to Dusky Leaf for our yoga mats and props and my really big yoga bag. Love that too. So let's get started with our class today. Namaste Yoga 169, Lakshmi and the abundance of nourishment. This is, I think next to yoga, one of my favorite topics is nutrition. So I was really excited about this class. You will need a meditation cushion or a folded Mexican blanket and a yoga strap for today's class, which I have in my bag. So, going to start. We're going to change things up a little bit today. Instead of starting with the story, we're going to start with a cleansing breath to clear you. So we're going to start with Kapalabhati breath. So the way Kapalabhati breath works is you take an active exhalation, and I like to teach it with a ha breath. Ha, ha, ha. And you draw your belly back. Ha, ha. And so you might place your hands on your abdominal to connect with that feeling of pulling your abdominal wall back. Ha, ha. And once you've got that going, you can do it through your nose. So it's an active exhalation through your nose, and then your inhalation comes in passively through your nose. So really strong exhalation out, and then the inhalation comes in passively. Now, this is a breath that when you first start doing yoga, it's a kind of fake it till you make it breath. So what I found when I first started practicing this breath in yoga, it would be kind of like this. And then I would run out of breath. And that's okay, just reload and then go again. But what you'll find is that you'll get the hang of it after a bit and you can just go. So this is a very cleansing breath. And the idea that I have behind this, and we'll get into this once we get started, is that for good nourishment, you're going to create a clean palate so that you can receive good nourishment. If your digestive system is all gunked up, it's impossible for you to receive good nourishment from your food. So we'll cleanse your digestive system so that you can receive good nourishment from your food. Okay, so take a deep breath in. And Kapalabhati breath. Take a deep breath in. Take a full breath out. Breathe in part way. Suspend your breath until the need to exhale is great. Great. And then let's do that one again. So take a deep breath in. Kapalabhati breath again. Take a deep breath in. Breathe out fully. Breathe in part way and hold. Hold your breath until the need to exhale is great. Okay. Let's do that one more time. And before we do that, I just want to offer a modification for sitting. If your knees, I had some emails from a new participant who just started doing yoga with us this week. And he said when he sits, his knees are up here like this at a 45-degree angle. And so the reason for that is because your hips are really tight. So a couple of things you can do to combat that. Number one is to elevate yourself so you can sit up on a block or a bolster or some folded up blankets. And when you elevate yourself, it'll allow your knees to drop. Then if they're still elevated, what you can do is support your knees underneath with some pillows and blocks, okay? So Let's do that one more round of Kapalabhati breath. Take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath in. Breathe out fully. Breathe in part way. Hold your breath. And breathe out when the need to exhale is great. Okay. Great. So that helped to clear and cleanse, clear out the pathways. It actually translates to skull shining breath. So it has a double cleansing purpose to help to clear you to receive the teachings today as well. So go ahead and rest back, lie down on your back. You can bend your knees and place your feet flat on the floor as well if your low back is tender at all. And you can prepare to receive the teachings of yoga today. So take a deep breath in. Let yourself settle in. Feel your body land on the ground. Lakshmi is the form of goddess Lakshmi, who is named for dhanya, which means grains. This form of Lakshmi will ensure that we get all the wholesome nutrients and minerals we need for a healthy body, mind, and spirit. Today we will focus on the part of dhanya Lakshmi that gives nourishment to us as human beings, rather than the giver of agricultural wealth. Food is our most important and basic form of wealth. We need it to sustain our life and health. We are wealthy when we have an abundance of nutrient-dense food that keeps us nourished and healthy. Lakshmi can help us get all the essential nutrients, vitamins, and minerals from our foods. We have an abundance of nutrient-rich foods available to us in our Western culture. Some of my favorites are pumpkin seeds, which lower cholesterol. They have a beautiful omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acid balance. They're a good source of minerals, including phosphorus, magnesium, zinc, and iron. I love chia seeds and hemp seeds for their high protein content and also their omega-3/6 balance. Goji berries are another nutrient-abundant food and are high in protein and vitamin C. Cinnamon is amazing because it curbs sugar cravings and is one of the most so it curbs sugar cravings, which is one of the most nutrient deficient foods on the planet. And I love quinoa because it's considered a complete protein and it contains all eight of the essential amino acids we need for tissue development. Quinoa is higher in calcium, phosphorus, magnesium, potassium, iron, copper, manganese, and zinc, and lower in sodium compared with wheat, barley, and corn, and it's a gluten-free grain. Turmeric and ginger are fabulous anti-inflammatory agents, and turmeric's the new kale, don't you know? And speaking of kale, greens are probably my most favorite nutrient-abundant foods. And in my show notes for today, I'm going to link to one of my most favorite nutrition people for an article on how to prepare and buy leafy greens. So that's my favorite Canadian vegan cookbook author, Gina Burton. And I'd also love to hear your favorite nutrient abundant foods in the comments below. So you can leave those in the comments below. I've left lots of room for that. In today's yoga class, we will focus on the abundance of food to sustain our life and health from the perspective of the yamas and niyamas. So the yama ahimsa, which is non-violence or loving kindness, and aparigraha, which means non-greed or just to take what you need. And the niyama saucha, cleanliness and purity, which we already worked through the Kapalabhati breath. And Isvara pranidhana, which means surrender to the divine. So first, it's an act of loving kindness to feed yourself nutrient abundant food that will sustain your health. Your body is your temple, and this is one way to surrender to the divine. Isvara pranidhana is to honor your body by feeding it the best possible foods. By practicing yoga, we are creating space and clearing our bodies to be able to receive nutrient abundant food rather than nutrient deficient food. In today's practice, we will create an ideal environment in our bodies to receive nutrient abundant food. Finally, we have an abundance of food available to us in Western society. So much that we waste food and throw out enough food to be able to feed the starving people of the world. So I'm going to share with you one statistic here, but I'm going to link to several statistics in the show notes. So here's one statistic. There are nearly 1 billion malnourished food. Let's start that one again. There are nearly 1 billion malnourished people in the world, but the approximately 40 million tons of food wasted by U.S. households, retailers, and food services each year would be enough to feed and satisfy the hunger of every one of them. And so I'm going to link to a site that has several interesting statistics like that point to one of our yamas as yogis is aparigraha, which means non-hoarding. And it means to just take only what we need. And in terms of eating nutrient-dense food, when we eat nutrient-dense food, you don't need to eat a lot because you're getting such rich vitamin and minerals. You need to eat less. So if you're eating really nutrient-deficient food, you're hungry all the time because your body's not getting what it needs. So through the practice of mindfulness, we can become aware of the yama aparigraha, non-greed, and we can practice taking only what we need to nourish ourselves and avoid wasting as much food as possible. So we already practiced Kapalabhati breath, and this quick pumping of your diaphragm, it creates a powerful change of pressure for all the abdominal organs, an intense stimulation to help drive out old blood and lymph fluid and let fresh nutrients and prana come in. And now we're going to practice Ujjayi breath, which also helps the movement of the diaphragm to massage the digestive organs with each breath. So the way that you're going to do Ujjayi breath is you're going to stay lying on your back. It's been a bit of a week here. And you're going to take your hand and place it in front of your mouth and imagine that it's a mirror. And inhale. Exhale through your mouth as though you're going to fog up that mirror. And as you breathe out through your mouth, imagine that you're fogging up that mirror and feel the shape of your throat as you do that. Okay. And the next time you do that breath out, just close your mouth, but keep the shape of your throat the same. So this breath is often called the Darth Vader breath because you get that sound. Slight closing of the back of your throat. So there's the sound of the breath moving over your vocal cords. So we'll use that breath throughout the class to move your diaphragm down so that it massages your digestive organs with each breath. Okay, so you can stay lying on your back. And we're going to let you form any intention. If there was any one of those yamas or niyamas that spoke to you that you want to form your intention around, you can go ahead and do that. And we're going to start with knee to chest pose with your knees bent and your feet flat on the floor. Staying with that ujjayi breath, drawing your right knee into your chest so that you're connecting with your ascending colon to begin with. And then go ahead and release your right leg so that you're no longer pressing on your ascending colon, and you'll now press on your descending colon. So part of good digestion is removing waste from your body, and you do this to your ascending and descending colon. So this is part of saucha, cleanliness. And then go ahead and release your left leg. And then we're going to extend through your legs and take your arms overhead. And we're going to do reclined half moon pose. So lengthen up. You're going to bend to your left side first so that you're lengthening through your right side of your body, your ascending colon first. So first you compress through your ascending colon and then you lengthen it. So you want your colon to be you want to create compression through it, but you also want it to be relaxed too so that it can release. And then let's just also do a few rounds of Kapalabhati breath here as well. So take a deep breath in and create that pumping action here. Great, and then inhale, come back to the center. And now we'll target your descending colon here. Come over and do your side bend to the left side. So half moon also targets your liver and your gallbladder on your right side, which we just did, and now on your left side it's targeting your spleen and your pancreas. And then I'll get you to take a deep breath in again. We'll do a few rounds of that Kapalabhati breath. Great, and inhale, come back to the center. And great, come on back to the center. Good job. Okay, so now we're going to do a twist. We're going to do a reclined twist to help target your small intestines. And your small intestines are the ones right here in the center which help you absorb your nutrient-dense food. They help you get the most of the vitamins and nutrients and minerals out of your food. So start by bending your right knee. Press into your right foot, tuck your left hip under, and then drop your right knee over towards the left side of your body. And here you can use Ujjayi breath. And then roll back onto your back. Press into your right foot and untuck your hips. Extend your right foot down. Bend your left knee. Press into your left foot. Tuck your right hip under. So come into the twist on the other side. So this is going to improve the absorption of nutrients through your small intestines. So go back to the Ujjayi breath. And then roll back to the center. Press into your left foot and untuck your hips. And from here, you're going to roll over onto your stomach. Okay, on your stomach, we're going to do a little bit of cobra building here. And this, when you press on your stomach like this, it helps to stimulate your small intestines, which also helps to improve the absorption of nutrients in your food, which is great to help you get all the vitamins and minerals out of your nutrient-dense, nutrient-abundant food. So take your hands and place them underneath your shoulders. Roll your shoulders back and up. Press the front of your pelvis into the ground. And then use your back muscles and lift your chest up off the ground. Inhale. And exhale and lower back down. And feel your belly press into the ground. Inhale, lift up. And exhale and lower down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower down. Keep your shoulders down and away from your ears. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower down. And we'll do one more. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, lower down. And then push yourself up onto all fours. Bring your knees up underneath you. And sit back on your heels for child's pose. And if this position doesn't work for you, you can always lie on your back. Hug your knees into your chest. Okay, from here you're going to roll up. And we're going to do a few variations on lunge pose to help stimulate your large intestine for such a cleanliness, to remove waste, and then to help improve the absorption of your nutrient abundant food as well. So from here, you're going to come towards the back of your mat, and we'll start by taking your left foot forward and coming into lunge pose. Sink down through your front left foot and come upright, and bring your right arm up so that you're really lengthening through your ascending colon here. Use some nice ujjayi breath here. And then also we'll use some Kapalabhati breath here as well. And then take a deep breath in. And exhale and bring your right arm down to beside your left foot and open your left arm up. So now you're stimulating your small intestines to improve the absorption of the nutrients of your food. Using ujjayi breath here. Great. And then come on back to the center and step back. And we'll do this on the other side. So if you wanted a little bit more padding underneath your knees, you could double up your mat here. And go ahead and step your right knee through this time so that you're stimulating your descending colon now. Okay, so your right knee is through. Sink down through your right foot. And then this time you're going to extend your left arm up so that you're lengthening long through your descending colon to encourage waste to move down and out through your descending colon now. Drop down through your right sit bone as well. Nice long ujjayi breath here. And then we'll also combine that with your Kapalabhati breath. So a few rounds of Kapalabhati breath here. And then deep breath in. And then lower your left hand down to the inside of your left foot. And reach your right arm up. And now you're stimulating your small intestines to improve the absorption of nutrients from all those nutrient abundant food that you're going to be eating. And that you do eat. To treat your body like the temple that it is. Okay, and then come on back center. And hands under your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. We'll transition to standing through downward facing dog. So tuck your toes under, inhale. Exhale, come into downward facing dog. And then make your way up to standing. Okay. Alrighty. So from standing, we're just going to do that Ardha Chandrasana half moon pose again. So take your feet underneath your hips and feel your left foot on the ground. Inhale, take your arms overhead. And exhale, bend over to your right side. Really ground down through your left foot. Using your ujjayi breath, so working your liver and pancreas here on this side. Sorry, you guys are doing your left side, so your spleen. So spleen and pancreas on this side. Do Ujjayi breath. And then let's do a little Kapalabhati here. Okay, inhale. Exhale, feel your right foot bend over to the left side. So liver and gallbladder here. Ujjayi breath. And take a deep breath in. Kapalabhati breath. And then take a deep breath in. And come on back center. Great. Release that out. And that's all we're going to do standing today. I'm going to get you to come down and lie on your stomach for a little bit of, let's just do, it feels like a half bow kind of day. Half bow pose. Come on down. This is going to stimulate your small intestine again to help absorb your nutrient abundant food. So taking your arms in front, Just bending your right leg, reaching around and holding onto your ankle if you can reach. If you can't reach, hold onto your foot. If you still can't reach, this is what your strap is for today. Roll your right shoulder back and up. Inhale. Exhale, keeping your right arm straight. Pull your ankle away from your buttocks. Use your left arm to prop yourself up. And that pressing on your belly helps to stimulate your small intestines and all your digestive organs. Use Ujjayi breath. And you can go ahead and slowly lower down. And wiggle your hips from side to side. And we'll go ahead and do this posture on the other side. So bend your left knee in. Reach around and hold on to your left ankle. Roll your left shoulder back and up. Press your right palm into the ground. Keep your left arm straight. Start to draw your left ankle away from your buttocks. That will lift your chest up off the ground. And breathe. And then go ahead and lower yourself down. Push yourself up onto all fours and come into child's pose to stretch out your low back. And then roll up through your spine and come to sit with your legs straight in front of you. Take your legs straight out and bend your right leg in. Place your right foot flat on the floor. Wrap your left arm around your right leg. Place your right hand on the ground. Lengthen up through your spine. So this one is a great one. Again, all twists are so great for all your digestive organs, particularly for your small intestines. Using that Ujjayi breath here. And then come back to the center. Extend your right leg out. Draw your left leg in. Place your left foot flat on the floor. Lengthen up tall through your spine. Wrap your right arm around your left leg. Place your left hand at the base of your spine. Great. And then come back to the center. We're going to finish with a mudra, so you might want to get any props you need to support yourself in sitting, even if that's a chair to sit. We're going to do the Mukula mudra, which means that you're going to place all 4 of your fingers on your thumbs. And then this mudra you put on the part of your body that needs energy, so you can put it on any organ. But what we're going to do is that we're going to put it on the organs for our digestion, that's going to improve the absorption of nutrients, because that's been the theme of our class today. So let's start with our small intestine. So we'll kind of just go a little bit underneath our rib cage here, which is where our small intestines would be. And then move both your hands over to right underneath your right rib cage to where your liver sits. Your liver is the very large detoxifying organ in your body, responsible for removing toxins. And then take your hands and place them on your ascending and descending colon. So if you take your hands where your legs are and then just follow them up a bit. And then you can choose to finish your practice here seated, or you can rest back for Savasana. So reflect back on today's class on Lakshmi and the abundance of nourishment. Today we focused on the abundance of food to sustain our life and health from the perspectives of the yamas, ahimsa, nonviolence or loving kindness, and aparigraha, non-greed or taking only what we need. And the niyama, saucha, cleanliness and purity, and Isvara pranidhana, surrender to the divine. So reflect on what it's like to act from loving kindness and feed yourself nutrient abundant food to sustain your health. To treat your body like a temple by feeding it the best possible foods. By creating space for nutrient abundant food through the practices of cleanliness. And to only take what we need through the practice of aparigraha, so that we become mindful of only taking what we need to nourish ourselves and avoiding wasting food as much as possible. So from these practices, just notice what stands out to you. And see what it is that you'd like to take with you. Into your week this week. So when you're ready, you can wiggle and stretch out. Bend your knees and roll to your right side. And make your way up to sitting. Thank you for joining us for episode 169 of Namaste Yoga. We will see you on the membership site. Lots of exciting things going on there this weekend. The members are doing cleanse this weekend. We've got 8 new graduates from the Open Your Heart to Yoga Pedagogy continuing education teacher course that we're introducing this weekend. Make sure to leave your comments below, especially about your favorite nutrient-dense food. nutrient abundant food we've been calling it today. So thank you so much. I look forward to hearing from you. I'll see you next week. Namaste. Hello and welcome to episode 100 and oops.
No, it's 169.